Right, so the corruption of our kids' minds continue in 2026 Ireland, where Grit Media put it to the Minister for Children, is it appropriate for the state broadcaster RTE to be advertising a book that's teaching kids under the age of 15 to participate in anal sex and giving them an in-depth detail how to participate in anal sex? So, yeah, the Minister for Children done the snake tongue again and danced around the question and tried to put it back on the parents, but it's the state broadcaster and their government that is corrupting our children's minds. It's madness. Look, watch this.
Published an article in which they were urging people to engage with the Read with Pride Guide 2026, which was put together by Children's Books Ireland. And this guide includes an extremely controversial book called What's the Tea, by a particular author, which includes very graphic guides for how to participate in anal sex and, using lubricant, cleaning oneself out, all of this sort of extremely, what you would have thought is adult content, but it explicitly says that it's aimed at 15-year-olds within the guide. Do you think that's appropriate for the state broadcaster and for Children's Books Ireland to do that?
Well, I would have to say to you, I do not know that book. I'm not familiar with it.
Well, I'm really sorry, Minister.
Yeah.
I actually emailed your office and the department press office about this ahead of time to say that I would be asking about this particular issue. So,
and I'll have to give you the same answer. Like, I've just arrived here this morning, just in the last 15 minutes from Kerry to be here, so I don't know the book, and that's an honest answer. What I will say that in general, any kind of reading for a young person under 18, I believe there should be parental supervision on it. Parents should be involved. Parents should very much so be to the fore in terms of adjudicating on what's appropriate or not appropriate for their young persons. Look, in my own department, we're very supportive of reading and the importance of reading. We've recently launched a My Little Library.
I'm really sorry, because I appreciate that, but that's not really to the issue that I'm asking about. I emailed your office, your personal office, and I also emailed the department press office about this and said in advance, a couple of hours ago, I will be raising this issue.
And I'm giving you my answer.
The fact that you haven't seen it, I think, is a bit disappointing. But also, will you now that I've brought this to your attention, are you concerned about that? And is that something that you will be then going away and looking into? Like, if I ask you about this at the next press conference, are you going to give me the same answer and say, I don't know, or I haven't
well,
seen
no,
that?
What I'm going to say to you is, irrespective of whether I knew the book or otherwise, I would give you the answer that it is a matter for parents. Anything that pertains to a child under 18, I believe, is a matter for parents. It's a matter for parental guidance, and I would be very surprised if, either RTE or Children's Books Ireland didn't make that clear. I don't know whether they did or they didn't, but I'm just saying I would always have felt that parental guidance is optimum in any material that's given to a child under 18.
But surprised, like, is that really? You know that there's going to be a lot of people who have an extremely negative reaction to this, who'd be extremely concerned about it, saying children under the age of 16 should not be encouraged by the state broadcaster or a children's books body to be reading books that are teaching them how to participate in anal sex. Like, that's outrageous. Do you not think that's outrageous?
I think the decision as regards what a child should read and at what age a child should read something should be made by parents and guardians.
Do you think that's outrageous?
That's my point. All adjudication should be by parents.
So you're the Minister for Children. You can't say that's outrageous. Like, I don't know. Is this a difficult question? I wouldn't have thought so.
No, not at all. But as Minister for Children, I respect 100% the oversight of parents and guardians. That's it. I don't go into every single home and adjudicate on decisions that should be made by parents and guardians.
We're not talking. This isn't like a couple of random parents. We're talking about the state broadcaster, which is funded by taxpayer money, and we're talking about Children's Books Ireland, which is an organisation which is being promoted by the state broadcaster. So, I'm not asking you to adjudicate on what some random family does somewhere in Carlow. I'm asking you about the institutions of the state. Do you not think that that's a major issue?
Again, I'm saying to you, I haven't seen the book. I don't know the book. I believe parents are central to any decision in terms of the care of their child under the age of 18. I would expect parents and guardians would be proactive in that respect. And any other questions you have for the state broadcaster and otherwise, I believe you should address to them.
Well, I will ask you about this at the next press conference, if that's all right with you. And I would hope that by then you might have seen the book.
Thank you.